Second, every minute, every day, news is breaking, events occur, and there are new developments. At Signature TV, we follow these stories objectively, bringing all sides without bias, explaining the complex issues, breaking down the numbers, and investigating the issues behind the news. Anywhere and everywhere, near or far, wherever the news is, we will be there. Signature TV. News in your pocket.
Many thanks for staying with us. So we are switching gears to bring you an interesting conversation around women empowerment, women helping women. Our guest is joining us via Zoom. She is engineer Doris Igwedi, a master trainer and an engineer. Good morning, Doris. Can you hear us clearly?
Yeah, good morning. I'm here. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you so much. Yeah.
All right. So let's just dive into the conversation for the day. Now, women empowering women. There is this unwritten code or mindset that says that women are their own worst, enemies. What are your thoughts about that? Do you think women have this space where they operate in such a way that they are antagonistic to each other? What are your thoughts on that, school of thought?
All right, thank you very much. I still say that my name remains Engineer Igwedi Doris, and that could be a thought from the world or the secular world, and but for us here, or for myself, I believe from my childhood that there is a need to help a woman, a fellow woman. In fact, I wrote a book on, I say submissiveness, a hallmark to womanhood, trying to make women to understand that there is need for them to do that in their marriage sector. Now, women empowering women is just a process for you to foster, to promote their self-worth, giving them the ability to determine their own social, status. And, for my own take, I wouldn't say that it's what I will do, but I've heard that from people that some women will want other women, to damper them so that they will be the only ones standing out. But that's not the real thing. It's supposed to be, you encourage this one to stand out, because generally women are being biased. They are being thrown at the back. So what do? We need to join hands together and promote ourselves and make ourselves belong. You understand? So that is me. Thank you very much.
All right. I still want us to go back to some of your submissions to my earlier questions, women being antagonistic to one another. And I want you to tie it up with the scope of empowerment that we're referring to when we talk of women empowerment. You did talk about the marital space. You did talk about the social space. But I really want to know, I had this conversation with a young woman, and she was complaining bitterly because in her area of endeavor, she needed mentorship to scale, and she actually did reach out to some, female personalities who have actually excelled in that area of endeavor, and each of them gave her the cold shoulder, and she was complaining that she doesn't think this is obtainable with the male folks, where a woman goes out there to look for mentorship from fellow women. So she believes that women operate in silos. Now, if that is the case, or from your point of view, how would you say that women should empower other women on some areas and not some areas? Let me rephrase this. Given the fact that it seems as though women operate in silos and don't probably have the time to mentor other women or empower other women, is it only possible that women can have the time to empower other women, maybe in the marital space or in the social space or in the economic space? What are your thoughts generally on, the spaces that women can effectively mentor other women, given the fact that they say women don't, reach out to empower other women?
I still believe in my own school of thought that it has to be a general thing. In a generality, women are supposed to drag other women up. You understand? Because if you look at the equality or gender issues, somebody will say, we are not supposed to be there, this, that, that. But I know I disagree. I love seeing women. You understand? Though there was a meeting I went, and that was in Abuja, and a woman came up to say that so many women, once they notices that you are coming up, they will just be demeaning you. They will want to make you look, they want to be there alone. I've had that thought. I've seen it happen. But I mean, in my own side, my heart is let it be that when I look around, I'll see this my sister, I'll see this my colleague, I'll see this other person coming up. Do you understand? So in generality, women are supposed to empower others to come on board and not just to be at the back. Why you be the only person, in the platform? So I believe that if women will help others to be included in whatever, you have a skill, you can coach the other person. Like we in Is One Foundation, where I am the NGO, the founder, what we do is we bring women on board. We try to know their issues. We try to coach them. We mentor them. We try to make them know that they can do it. You understand? And it's been a wonderful time with them. So that's why I believe that both in technical, both in marital, both in social, all round, it should be that if you are there on top, try and, it's a life of impact. You understand me? Try and drag someone else to join you there. That's what I believe. Thank you very much.
All right. I want you to tell us about your non-governmental organization, because it seems to me that if the mindset or behavioral outcome is expected, it should be something that has to do with systems and institutions, not just about, oh, women are supposed to drag other women up. Oh, I think this should be, I think that should be. But from the lens of your NGO, is there an advocacy of some sort to see how systems and institutions can be arranged in such a way that there are leadership pipelines, that women get to mentor other women and get to produce other leaders? Is there anything of that sort going on with your NGO? Just tell us exactly what are some of your advocacy moves since inception.
Yeah, thank you very much. And incidentally, I didn't want to go into that. I just received an ambassadorial office in Abuja like 2 months ago on women network advocacy, where we were educated that there is need for women to be on board, right? And in my own NGO, what we do or what I do is via radio, we call it self-discovery. We try to bring these women, try to know what they have in mind, for them to discover themselves. Because it's until you discover who you are, what you can do, what is your mind, your self-image, what you are portraying, your value, your self-worth. If you notice that a woman is being demeaned, check her very well. There is something that is inside of her that is already dying, right? So what we call that program is self-discovery. And what we do is we will try to bring you out, tell you that you can do it. We will try to make you know that even if you are in your husband's house, that there is something innate in you that needs to be reactivated. And via marriage or whatever, it should not die. We have this advocacy that women, you are not supposed to say that marriage ends in having children, sitting at home, and in all that. That there are other things you can do, even in that home. In fact, in Abuja, when we went there, one of the women, she's a barrister. She said at 2020, when there was this COVID, and she notices that, in fact, she has to, resign from her job, trying to look inward what she knows she can do better. And before she should know it, she started an online lecture training on this computer appreciation, all those computer, whatever, technology. In fact, she went into tech. And today she has a good interface where she She has an international body. She does a lot of things. But what had it been, she was like, wow, depending on the man, always doing that to do that for you, she might not have come on board. So in fact, it was an impactful program, telling women that's what we do. In that self-discovery program, we will position you, we will try to know what are you saying about yourself? Have you discovered yourself? And once we are doing that, you will notice that some of them are being impacted. Some of them will begin to go back and reschedule and reshape their mindset about what a woman can do. Thank you very much.
Okay, so first of all, congratulations on your appointment.
Thank you very much.
My question to you now is, when we talk about empowerment of any sort, the stakeholders, the major stakeholders should be the mentors and then the mentees. There cannot be mentees without the mentors. So how exactly do we recruit mentees to be trained? And how do we get, women who are well qualified, given the experience, to become mentors? And how do you balance the mentee-mentor dynamics when it comes to women empowerment? Because some mentors will tell you, oh, nobody wants to be, mentored. They are busy doing their things. They are Gen Zs. They don't want to listen. And then the younger ones are saying, these ladies they are successful and they are operating in silos. They don't want to help. So how would you, analyze the mentor-mentee dynamics when it comes to women empowerment in Nigeria?
All right, let me take it down to myself. I also do, just like in Anambra State, we have a one youth skill empowerment where Soludo has been able to upskill the talent of youth. We do training for them. In my own team, I have about 50 or more than. And what we do is, it's not just to come and train them, because we do train them on cooking, catering, but I try to package it in the sense that we do some training, career training, we do some moral training, we do a kind of mentorship training, you understand? Now, after that, there is this package of the preparation we are going up with. We want to collaborate with one of the radio stations in my vicinity, where we will go into schools. In fact, we've been doing that, but want to do it this at ending September. We'll go into schools, pick about 5 schools, go to them, to their principal, we'll get them, we will talk to them, we will sit down with them, we'll try to empower them on time, early, trying to impede something that will make them to come up and say, yes, I am a woman, but not just a woman, but a woman with substance. You understand? Now, in the local government setting, I'm planning to collaborate, which we've been doing. We've done it with all the male child, but now we want to go into women, especially. Want to collaborate with the local government and get at least a handful of women and sit down with them, and then get some of my mentors, collaborate with them, come to them and teach them. Some of them will teach them tech, skills, because people believe that tech skill is only for men. No. You understand? Now, some of these people that have specialty in different areas in health and all that, to bring them together, and we will handle these women. And at the end of the day, you will notice that if this thing is being done in local setting, in state setting, of course, the awareness will be, created greatly. So that is how, or what I feel we could do. You talk about collaboration. I normally do that. Get the experts, some people that are in medical field, some are in finance. So, you got together and then you create a program, where you can now talk to these women. And then that brings the change. Thank you very much.
All right, but I still want you to speak to the dynamics I spoke about. Do you have challenges with getting mentors or challenges with getting mentees to come on board? Is it a situation where, we have a lot of people to mentor, but we don't have, mentors, female mentors who want to take up this challenge? I want to understand the dynamics. Your Igbo, so I want to use this Igbo adage to explain it. So why are we having challenges with women empowerment? Is it that mentees don't want to mentor, or mentors don't want to, offer mentorship opportunities?
I get
I'm talking beyond your NGO now. I'm talking beyond your NGO.
I
what
get
do
you
you
now.
think is the actual
Hmm.
dynamics of this relationship between mentors
The
and
problem,
mentees as regards
the
women
problem,
empowerment?
the problem is interests. Interest. Now, when the Gen Zs are not interested, even when you try to offer such or proffer such a package for them, the problem is interest. Some of them are not interested in getting some of this knowledge or sitting down to be mentored. Now, when you come talk about the mentee, I mean the mentees, some of them are not interested. They don't want to sit down and be tutored, to learn. But then when you talk about the mentors, yes, generally, they wouldn't want to waste time with somebody that is not interested to learn. So I would say that in the spherically, it's about the interest. You will not push somebody that doesn't want to learn. Are you getting me? But if you see somebody like I can give you, just like in that my team, you will see where you are trying to talk to somebody, you are trying to mentor a particular person. And at the end of the day, the person feels, I don't need yours, I don't need this, I don't need that. She wants the money, just like in our own sphere. What they need, some of them wants the money empowerment. They don't want the training. If you call them and say, please come for your classes, come for that, it's one of the things that it discourages the mentors. Now, I will want to suggest that more awareness to be created to those mentees, the need for them to sit down and be mentored. So just like I said, the problem normally is interest, because once you are not interested in something, even if you beat the person, do whatever you want to do, it will not enter. So I will say that generally interest is always the problem. Thank you.
And I totally agree with you that more awareness is needed to drive interest. But in your opinion and given your experience, what root causes would you attribute this lack of interest to? What you think they are distracted by something? There has to be a reason why
Mm.
there's a gap. There has to be a reason
Mm.
why they seem not to be interested. So, have
Mm.
you been able to analyze this to find the root cause of
Mm.
this non-interest?
If you ask me one, in fact, they will tell you, man, what I need is the money. I don't need this thing because one, I have a family needs. I have this to do for myself. Fund is one of the problem because just like we finished the training and some of them supposed to have started doing something, but what they are waiting for, man, if they did not give us money, if government did not give us money, blah, 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 blah. Why are they this? I say, somebody to train you for like 4 months on catering, which if you go out there to learn it, you pay like 250, 300. But the government giving it to you, thank God for the government of Soludo, giving it to you on the platter of gold. And you are waiting for one small grant that will be added to you. Why don't you start something? Do you understand? So I could say one is, if there is fund on time, because now it has been a bit delayed, they might start. At the same time, I want to say that from our homes, like my children or all my dependents, if as far as we are coming on board, my daughter now, I tell her, start developing that thing that you want to do on time. It doesn't end in education only. You must have a skill to add to what you are doing. So there should be education from the home. And then the fund, it might not be all given to you, but somehow you can start somewhere. So I could say that somehow they will always tell you the fund is a problem. That because poverty is Nigerian issue, that give me the money, this training, I don't need it, man. So these are the issues surrounding us. But I say that if from the parental aspect we try to inculcate that you need this mentorship, you need this, you need that, better develop yourself on time. Like all my children, if you are doing your one these holidays that they some of them have gone to learn either tailoring, either ICT, and all that. They have to get it on time so that when they are growing up, any other thing like that coming up, they want to go and take it. Thank you
All right.
very much.
So before we let you go, thank you so much for your contributions. But before we let you go, we want you just in a few minutes, in 2 minutes or so, tell us some other challenges that you have seen in the field in trying to empower women. Besides the fact that most of them are not interested, they want the money. What other challenges do you face in trying to empower women in your NGO?
Yeah.
Very quickly in 2 minutes.
One more thing I know is that too much dependent on our phone, internet, phone. They want to watch this one. They will use that time for their reading. Like I struggle with the children here. I will say, this time you are using in watching the film and all that, you could use it to achieve something. So most times, I know that the phone, like I said, a child that is not 18 years, why will you give the person a phone, iPhone and all that to be watching? And this thing will be deterring their time to study, to get some of this impactful teaching. So even in that class while you are teaching and you will see someone carrying phone and be browsing, how on earth do you think that this person will get the information? So I think one of other things I can say that you see this Gen Z phone, carrying phone, doing TikTok and all that, sometimes it's a distraction. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. That's the most we can take on that interview. That was Engineer Mrs. Doris Ikwedi, Master Trainer and Engineer, and her take on women empowerment, women helping women. Thank you so much, Doris.
Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you.
All right. New Day continues after now. Please don't go anywhere.
With a population of about 36 million people, the Southeast is awash with stories. Every day on Southeast News, we tell the peculiar story of the Southeast and her people.
Our Southeast should be the Silicon Valley of Nigeria.
Their successes, achievements, and daily challenges. Do you have a Southeast story to share? Community achievements and challenges, completed and uncompleted projects, bad roads, water scarcity, erosion, flooding, insecurity, or even disagreements? Bring it on to Southeast News. On Southeast News, no story is too big or too small. Southeast News. Let's tell our story. Showing on Signature TV every weekday at 4 p.m. WAT, 1600 hours GMT.